Hey, thank you all for being a part of our study today. We are in Isaiah chapter 29, and we are looking at a passage that is just powerful. We have a hard time getting the video working, but we're we're doing it. It says, "Ha, you who hide plans too deep for the Lord," and that is such a arrogant thought to think that I can hide from God, but I've tried. Whose deeds are done in the dark, who says, "Who sees us? Who knows us?" Like God isn't out there watching. You turn things upside down. Shall the potter be regarded as the clay? Shall the thing made save its maker? He didn't make me. Or the thing formed, said the one who formed it, he has no understanding. Can you imagine the most arrogant thing in the world to say to God, "Lord, you don't understand"? Truth is, I've never said that out loud, but I've thought that. I've acted like God doesn't know what's going on with me, tragically. Now, this is a picture, and you talk about the upside down, well, it says in verse 16, you turn things upside down. Talk to us about that, Rudy.
Well, that kind of came to life for me when I was looking at the world, and really everything that the world tells us that we should have and need is upside down from God's kingdom. So that's where I started using this colloquialism, the upside down kingdom. And I think it's a good word analogy of what the evil one is trying to perpetrate on humanity.
Right.
It's all upside down. But without knowing universal truth, and universal truth is really everything Jesus has ever said is universally true. Without understanding truth, we can't really understand what a lie is, because there has to be something to measure that against.
Yeah.
And it seems to me that the world is upside down to what God's kingdom is supposed to look like.
Right. So here are two old bald guys talking about God. And there's probably a host of people who think, "What are y'all doing? You know, what's this? You know, why don't you talk about the economy? Why don't you talk about politics? Why don't you talk about sports? You know, those things they're the things that grab our interest. What are you talking about God for?" Well, that's the upside down part of the world.
Right, and the right side up part of the world allows you to navigate this noise and still have some stability.
Right, right.
Because you know what is good.
Yes.
Everybody makes a choice every single time that they're not, and they know they're out of the will of God.
Yeah.
They still do it, and I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Because I'm saying in my own mind, I got this one,
Right.
and I really don't have this one.
Right. So you have that picture, and those are the elite. They're the powerful. They're the leaders. They can be leaders all the way from the top of government down to local government, and top of business down to local business. Just go through all of that. Well, God doesn't know, so I have to take care of it myself. All right. But God says there's going to come a day when the deaf will hear. There'll come a day when the blind will see. There'll come a day when the meek will be met by God, and the needy people will exult in God. The bottom people of our world, those who are characterized by being handicapped or by poor, God says, "I care for you." That is a consistent theme throughout the Bible. Jesus talked about it in the Beatitudes. Blessed the poor in spirit, blessed those who mourn, blessed those who hunger and thirst for righteousness. Those are those who've been humbled. God has a blessing for all of us. That's Matthew chapter 5. But then he says the tyrant will be no more. The scoffer. Remember we talked about the scoffer? The scoffer is the one who not only does wrong, but thinks it's silly to do right, who makes fun of those who do right. The scoffer seems to be those alert to evil be cut off, those who cause a person to lose a lawsuit, set a trap, and who deny justice. Those people are going to fall under God's judgment. Uh, uh, I always talk, Rudy, about I'm a great speck inspector. I can see the speck in your eye. I have a hard time finding the log in my own eye. Well, the truth is, as I look at this, I can see other people say, yeah, he's one of those. But I need to look at me and say, Lord, how am I? How am I? Am I listening to you, following you, being directed by you?
And when you think those thoughts, you actually are wide open to getting some instruction from the creator of the universe.
Right.
And you can't learn anything if you already think you know. And just the inkling, is this exactly the way that you want it, Lord, is a good prayer. Because you're saying to the creator of the universe, you think this is right, but you'd like to know that it's right.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Hey, thanks for being a part of this today. God bless you, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Amen.